Hello everyone and welcome to the Manufacturers Cup series. This is the round 2 here at the Deep Forest Raceway in reverse. Now, I will say to start with, I was going to try some live streaming on this video, and I'm pretty sure I did try some live streaming on one of the next videos, but I just recorded the first race. Now, I also did have some major internet issues with that live stream, so I honestly don't know what happened. You'll see it in the race, but it looks like I cut out or pause or do some editing sort of stuff there, but it's not me at all. It's just the internet completely stuffing up on me, so I basically had to quit out of the race and I couldn't get back into another one. So I didn't get any points for this round at all, which was a bit unfortunate, but because I was actually doing some quite good lap times and quite good races, but yeah, I had a bit of a shocker in the second one and just couldn't get back into it. It was just bad news, not good. Actually, I think the second race I did wasn't that great either, so hey, you never know. Probably just don't know what I'm talking about, do I? Anyway, lining up at the start of the first race, and we'll just see how we go with this one. And I do remember I did get quite a good little pole position, not pole position, a good lap time for the qualifying, sorry, and just got pipped on the pole, so yeah, I think it was by 0.83 of a second, I think, or 0.083 of a second, I should say. So it was very close in this first race, but we'll see how we go. Birds in the background, but unfortunately we're starting from second here. And anyway, yep, just coming right up behind first place here, but it was just into this section. It was always going to be very dangerous coming into this hairpin. I was a little bit worried, so I was a bit tentative on the brakes, and I think I let a couple of people pass me into this first corner, so I am going to have to start catching back up and try and make some more moves to get back up to first place. But yep, we're already right up in the slipstream of third place here, and just gonna try and probably, wasn't really thinking about making a move into this corner here, so, but end up doing it. That Genesis really good under brakes again, so as I said in the last video, you might have seen that one, but yeah, this Genesis was really good under brakes, so could make some good little dives on the braking sections. Did get back up into third here now, or caught back up in the brakes under Tempest, and a little bit of a tap on second place, but nothing major there. And just gonna try and get clean through this last fast flowing section, because there was a lot of track penalties you could get through this section as well, and it could get quite dangerous, so really didn't want to try and go side by side through there at all. But yep, the last corner here, and coming up under the back of Tempest, trying to get a good run so I could get right up into his slipstream here. But that car was quite fast as well, so I couldn't really make any moves. Like there wasn't any moves to be made on this back straight. I was probably just going to push him to try and catch up to first. As you can see, I just sort of back off a bit into this corner and just stay nicely behind him, try and get a good run out of this corner so I can get a good slipstream maybe, and lose a bit of time. So got some time to make up there, but yep, just skip forward a bit and start catching up back up to Tempest here, and we'll see how we go through this set of corners. There was a few track penalties later on in those corners sometimes, and yeah, you could just get a little bit out of line. But yep, coming up through this last section, and I was going quite quick through there. On the second lap though, you always get the fastest lap no matter what you're doing. second lap just always does that. But big dive through this last corner and just pull up alongside of Tempest and get through there. So yep, up into second place now. gonna try and catch back up to first, and we'll just skip forward a bit to lap 10 here, and as you can see I have caught up to first place, and got a bit of a gap on third as well. Pretty sure I'm going to pull into the pits on this lap. So it was a strategy race. You did have to do softs and mediums on this race. I wasn't sure of a strategy as yet, so I was just going on the softs to start with, trying to pull away from the pack, and yeah, probably a really good strategy anyway, considering it was quite hard to actually overtake in some of these places, like especially into the first corner. It was generally quite scary to get through the section before the first hairpin, so you're not really going to make too many moves there, and the only other one is the end of the other straight, which can be quite hairy as well. So yeah, it was an interesting place to try and make some moves. So yeah, I'm not sure if this strategy was always going to be better, but it was the strategy I tried in the first race, and it seems to work out in some sort of way for me there, I think. But we'll see how it goes anyway. But as you can see, I've got about a 17-second gap to the person in front of me, and I'm pretty sure it was about a 20 to 24-second pit stop. So second place has gone into the pits there, and fourth place has gone into the pits as well. We'll just see where second comes out, because if second does get in front of me, then I do still have a bit of catching up to do, and I do still have to keep first place within that 20 to 24 second range, so otherwise I won't be able to catch them either. So as you can see, second place has come out of the pits in front of me here, and I am just about a second behind, but oh no, they've got a penalty, and it looks like a 3-second penalty, which means they've gone over a pit entry somewhere, and unfortunately that's going to cost them quite dearly, because they probably would have kept their place in front of me if they hadn't had that penalty. So back into third place now, and just going to see what happens here with second. I think he's probably going to be heading into the pits soon, because first and second still haven't pitted yet, and yep, second place has just gone into the pits now. So let's see if I can get the jump on him. I'm not sure if this undercut has worked off for me, but we'll just see how we go. And looks like I am going to get past second place. I did have, I think it was a 17-second gap to second place before he went into the pits, so I need to make sure I keep at least a 17-second gap, or just above, maybe, I think it's about 20 seconds, so I just really want to keep into that 20-second mark, and we'll see how we go. He's only got one more lap to actually do his pit stop, so if he doesn't dive into the pits on this lap, then he's not going to get a chance to. But we'll skip forward a bit here and see what happens. And yep, coming through this last far section here, and I wasn't even paying attention to whether or not he got into the pits yet, and still watching that 17-second mark, and he's still around 17 seconds in front of me. And it was around this point that I realised that that 17-second mark is still there, and he hasn't gone into the pits, so he's going to pick up a 1-minute penalty for not going into the pits in this race, and that's just going to send him tumbling down the order. We'll see how that goes for him a bit later on, but I'm not sure if he just didn't know or didn't remember, or no idea, but it was probably just a mistake on his part. But yep, so now I've just got to keep third place just behind me, and they are catching up a little bit through some of these sections, but as long as I can keep that distance behind me, I should comfortably get into first place. I'm obviously not over a minute behind first place here, so there's no way that penalty will actually keep him in first, but we'll see how we go. He's obviously crossed the line already and coming around the last corner, and yep, kept that gap behind me, and it's just over a second now, so just under a second I should say. But coming over the line, you'll see me go into first place, and first place is starting to take a tumble down the order already, so back into third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, That's a bit unfortunate for Graf. He was doing a really good time, and I'm not sure what sort of strategy he was thinking of, or he just absolutely didn't know what was going on. But yeah, big mistake there. So unfortunate from Graf. I'm sure he tried to fix that in later races. I'm sure I would have tried to fix that in later races, or anybody else. Once you realise you make the mistake, you're obviously going to try and fix it in a later race. So it was the first race of the day, so he probably just didn't know what was going on. But we'll see. Just probably scroll down a little bit and see what he actually did end up in. But yep. Just waiting for last place to finish the line. Nope, last place still kept their last place, so Graf ended up just in second last place there, unfortunately for them. So we'll just skip forward to the next race, and I'm pretty sure I was live streaming this race, so if you were watching the live stream, I'm not sure what happened, but I was trying to do a little bit of a voiceover in some of the live streaming. I will try and do some more live streaming once I fix these internet issues and see what I can get from there. But yeah, I will try and do some voiceovers. My partner will probably help me with some of the comments while she can, when she can. And if I can do them while I'm racing, obviously probably not while I'm racing, but after races and whatnot, I'll definitely try and jump on and check out some of the comments. If you want to watch some of the live streams, I'd see about any incidents that might have happened. We can go back and check some recordings and stuff like that, because that's always fun to do. See who was at fault, or if there were any faults, or if people should be a bit safer, or if I should be a bit safer, because, you know, I can always be a bit safer. I know I'm making mistakes, everybody else makes mistakes. Nobody's perfect, but we can just try and do better for everybody else. Now, there were some familiar faces in this race, and I was hoping to have quite a good race, but obviously I didn't do a very good qualifying, and I've got You Gotta Be Joking, who's been on this channel before. He's pretty familiar with some of the races we've seen, and I know he does some really good racing as well, so big shout out to You Gotta Be Joking and any others that we see in this race. But yeah, I really didn't know what happened with my internet. I'm not sure if it was a streaming issue or a YouTube issue or what, but it just completely bombed me off everything. But we'll just start with this race now, and as you can see, I'm starting from 13th place. See if we can make up some places. Just jump into the slipstream with this Mercedes in front of me. Now, obviously, into this fast section, it's really hard. It can get really hairy, and I see a few people going a bit wide there, so I do try and stay a fair bit back, but there's a bit of space, so I make a little bit of a move up here, and up into 9th place I go, just in trying to tuck myself in behind Jimmy here, I think it is. Yeah, we'll in between a sandwich of Mercedes now, and we'll see what we can do with this. Nicely into the slipstream, so getting some good ground on Jimmy and into the braking zone. Wasn't really planning on making a move, but he might have been on a different tyre strategy. He does go a bit wide there. I'm not sure what happened to that guy. And there's the other Mercedes right up the back of me now, and probably going to try and make a move on one of these corners, so we'll see what happens here. And yep, just into this braking zone, I do go a little bit deep, get a little bit of a tap, and this Mercedes goes right through there, so I'm not sure if that was really the nicest of taps, but I'm not sure really what I did to them either. So anyway, we'll just skip forward a little bit and keep going with our race and see if we can make some places back up. But as I can say, I am quite good under brakes in this car, so it does look like I make up some time. But now, that wasn't an editing thing, that was just the internet streaming. I'm not sure, but that was basically the issue I had. I was right side by side with that car, and all of a sudden I've gone all the way back of the pack, just in front of the people who are coming out of the pits, and the rest of the field is right up at the hairpin in front of me. So that's really the end of my race, and I will just pretty much leave it at that, because from here on out I just have some internet issues and I just die. So please feel free to come back into the next race. Leave a like, leave a subscribe. I'd love to see you back in some more races, but yeah, I'm not going to be doing any more with this one because I die. Thank you very much. You have a good day.